Okay. For those of y'all who know, you know when something aggravates me and gets in my spirit, I gotta speak about it just a little bit. So, I just want people out here to please be aware. Like, please be aware of these folks out here selling things. Hi, how y'all doing? And these things, and in relation to spiritual practitioners, and especially in regards to African traditional practitioners in some way, shape, or form. Today, somebody posted queen bee in a jar oil to get your sugar daddy. I mean, come on, y'all. Like, y'all finna put bee oil on your ass? And then who teaches you to use bee oil? Like, I want to know who formulated that. And somewhere in that mix, another person, an author, and Walosha in the community, I think his name is Ochanilele, if I'm saying that correctly, or Stewart, I believe. I don't remember what he goes by, but just in case he goes by both, was talking about that was on the Charmed episode, that they actually made some oil out of a queen bee to get some men, some craziness. But what I really want to warn and or just put out there is that credentials are very important with anybody you're doing spiritual work for. And so it's very important to ask questions such as, what tradition do you work? To ask, who was your teacher? Who was their teacher? And there's ways to corroborate this, because in each tradition, in each people who know each other, have heard of someone, or whatever the case may be. And so now what's happening is that you have anybody, who's anybody, making Facebook group pages, making Instagram accounts, making, anything, Twitter accounts, making all sorts of products that they, spookify. And by spookify, I mean they can put a bunch of pictures with crystals and incense burning and name different orishas, even though none of them are initiated to any orisha, or different vevs that they Googled and found or read in a book and decided to draw with a magic marker on a brown piece of paper, and, got candles next to it in these pictures. And it's like people are thirsty out here to connect to something. It was a wasp, so that's the real tea. That people out here talking about queen bee oil, and it's a wasp in a fucking thing of canola, okay? A jar of canola. That's the real tea. So what I'm saying is, people out here are so thirsty to connect to something, so thirsty to feel something, that they'll take it from anybody. Now, I have to say this. I'm going to put this out here right now. You're setting yourself up to be a victim. Now, I'm not victim blaming, but I'm telling you, you're so thirsty as to bypass credentials and to bypass a process of trying to know who this person is that you're entrusting to divine for you, and or to make products for you that supposedly are supposed to change your life, that you're taking your hard-earned money and time to invest in, and you're not checking who and where these people come from. You setting yourself up for some shit. And then I don't want to hear no nonsense either later, because I'm gonna ask y'all. Some of my videos have been shared over 400, 500, sometimes 1,000. Some of these videos publicly. So I know some people are hearing this shit, and y'all can ashe me to death. Y'all can like, laugh, and love on these posts. But I put this out here for a reason, because I need y'all to really understand. Like, I need y'all to listen and really take into account. Hey, Miss Ambrosine. Yeah, come on. Like, these folks are acting a monkey out here. And you got, listen. Let me backtrack a little bit. And I just want to state something that I really feel in my spirit. And maybe people won't agree with me, and that's fine too, because I don't give a good goddamn. If you are a spiritual worker, you know the law of correspondence. You know that as above, so below, as out, as external, so internal. That there is a mirror image to things that happen in the dual planes. Okay, and so when somebody says that they can offer you something spiritually that may affect you physically, and they have no regard and or formal education in areas of general health, let alone any type of magic or energy manipulation or invocation and conjure, and they're making things like spiritual douches. Spiritual douches. Now, if you're from an African traditional religion in any shape or form, you know that there's power in the genitalia, especially in women. Okay, we all know it. People don't heard stories. This is something that's been around for a long time. People done anointed candles with their coochie juice. People have anointed things with menses, and have whether fixed plates or whatever the case may be. We all know coochie has power. We know women have power. Okay. But when you're going to go out there as a fellow woman and tell me you boiled some herbs, questionable herbs that we cannot verify, with rose petals and things, and you're asking women to insert this into their vaginas, you are spiritually irresponsible, you are physically irresponsible, and you should be fucking jailed as far as I'm concerned. It's a malpractice in my book. Because now you're crossing areas of gynecology with spiritual work. And as a woman, I would think that you knew the importance of a pH balance, that you knew the importance of maintaining proper care and health for your individual little ecosystem going on down there. Okay, so amazing thing. And you out here as a fellow woman telling folks to squish stuff up for a quick dollar? And yes, spirits start talking sometimes, and I have to start laughing because they cuss a little bit. Let me hip y'all to some things. There's a reason folks say that you have to believe in something for it to work. It's not to say that it can't work if you don't believe in it, but how you believe in it affects how things occur for you, how things manifest. Okay? So when you put that belief and that energy and that faith, so to speak, it's an energy. It's something that happens to you and around you, okay, that activates in your aura, in your energy field and everything. It tends to work alongside the medicine that is being given to you, okay? What y'all think placebo is? People have been given sugar cubes as opposed to aspirin and have cured headaches, have been given placebo stuff and have cured colds, and have cured this, that, and the other symptoms. So that being said, you may have bought a spiritual douche, and you may have had luck in catching a man that weekend or afterwards. Part of that, for me, is a belief that you felt it worked. You felt that you now can carry yourself in an attractive manner, that you perhaps had something in you and or on you that was able to attract somebody in a particular way, and it worked. See, the key to spiritual work is for you to know how to tap into that without having to rely on anything else. Catch that, T. You don't need to douche with somebody's. Douching as itself is questionable to most gynecologists and to most people who can talk to you about actual coochie care. Okay? Because there's a self-cleaning process that happens with women. And every woman is different. Every woman is different. and how they operate down there and how they have to upkeep and how they have to do what they got to do, which is why I think women are amazing. I am amazed by them. I am in awe all the time of what they carry with them and what they have to experience in life from girlhood to young lady to womanhood. I think it's amazing. That being said, we have a responsibility as a community, as a spiritual community, to not step outside of our bounds, to not step outside of our expertise, spiritually or otherwise, to inform people of things that we feel that they need to do, especially just to capitalize off of them. And that's what's happening. For all you know, you selling wasp things, wasp oil under a bee. Somebody who may not be allergic to bees and may be allergic to wasps gets a hold of that and fucking dies. We got to have responsibility. There needs to be accountability and a responsibility. And we really need to be out here asking questions. A lot of these folks right now, I'm telling you, that are out here hoodoo this and hoodoo that and this, that, and the other, ain't nothing but a She-Hotep. Queen Mother, some motherfucking body, Aset Ra, Oshun, Nefertiti, goddamn Monsana Narada, Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa, and she will have all sorts of fucking crystal onks and whatever, and have you believing she does all sorts of shit. And at the real tea is that half of these people moved from some other place that they couldn't be successful at because they knew their own community would eat their ass up, to a place where they knew or felt they can get over on people. And half of them are buying products pre-made by people with actually ashe, who have actual ashe, who have actual energy and or craft work talent, that prepare things for them in bulk, and they sell it for y'all for more of a price. And y'all fools are buying it. There's a reason that there's apprenticeship always. Always. And you're always learning in this. Even when you know your shit, you're always learning. But usually there's an eldership and apprenticeship that happens because your elder tests you. Your elder gives you tests throughout your time of apprenticeship to see, how do you move energy? How do you manifest things? How are you working with your ancestors? How is your life improving? See, half of these folks, they couldn't make it in other things, and they trying right now. They watch enough Iyanla, they read enough books to know how to quote and how to talk to you, but they'll talk to you in a hood manner, in a street manner that's relatable. And here you are getting sucked in. Oh, because this girl's so real, and she's not some uptight with a head wrap, and I don't gotta get initiated. This is all the nonsense everybody's worried about. You're so worried about initiation and how much money that spends, that by the time you tally up all the shit that you done bought from this heifer, you might as well got fucking initiated. How about that? Look, I'm telling folk out here because I think it's really important. I learned a little bit. I actually had an apprenticeship, only 2 years. That's all I could claim that. That's why I don't consider myself a hoodoo nothing. Okay? But I sat with Miss Mary, last name H. We ain't giving her name out because it was hard to say any fucking way after she married some man from some other fucking place. But anyway, who taught me a little something about some Southern root work. And her stuff was from Virginia. She had a Virginia-based family, and there was an Appalachia thing that happened in her family and allowed her to mix a little bit of some things. But it was very family-oriented and was very particular to regional. Like I said, people from the Carolinas ain't gonna practice like people from Virginia. People from Virginia ain't gonna practice like people from Louisiana. So when people start coining hoodoo and they can't even tell you where they from or where they getting this information from, who taught you, boo? Answer that question. Who taught you, boo? This is Peter, you're stupid. Like, stupid for no reason. I really want to stress that I understand, as marginalized people of color, as women, in the game. Listen, I can freely admit right now, women have been through the mill historically and continue so to this day. And I'm glad for things like Me Too. I'm glad for accountability. You know, when it's factual and when there's actual things that occurred and people need to be held accountable, I'm for it. I'm for my brothers speaking out against it and being more vocal and being more supportive of our sisters and our mothers and our daughters, and understanding that the way we have been conditioned as men, that I mean, not to get into my feminist stuff, but I'm saying I understand that there's a lot we don't see and will never know about your life as women, and how y'all had to step up and exist in a world that's set up against, even amongst your own, okay? But please do not think people will not prey on that very thing. That's why the Hoteps get the polygamy wives and all 18 folks, and the next thing you know, they all pregnant or abused and this, that, or the other, and don't know what the fuck just happened. Okay, and I'm not against polygamy or anything. Like, do what you do. I'm talking about people who who are unhealthy in their attack, in their I can't even speak because I'm getting annoyed. Getting my last nerve. But folks that prey on folk and they capitalize off their weaknesses, or they capitalize off their hurt and their pain and historical things in order to capture them. And so you got to be careful for any dude or woman coming in your inbox. Hey, my queen. Hey, my sister. You know, I got this product and I do this thing. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. And how long have you been studying this? Okay. And do you have a doctorate in anything as far as no? Okay. Okay. And who taught you? Okay. And what community? Where did you actually train? What state? Where was that at? Oh, okay. And your teacher, where did they come from? Okay. And then you go into the communities, I don't care if it's online or otherwise, and you ask around, y'all know so and so? Have y'all ever heard of so and so? Are they legit? How long, what have you heard about them? And how do you know them if you can vouch for them? Other than IG members and followers. This is in the age of internet. Everybody can like your shit. You get 150,000 followers by the end of the week, and next thing you know, you popping off. See, folks, look for teachers and look for practitioners who, yes, they're gonna do work for you, but who are pushing you to better yourself, who are giving you tools to do for yourself. One of the things I love to do when I read somebody and a bath comes up, I'll tell them the ingredients of the bath and I'll tell them to do it themselves. You pray over it. You do this like this. You add this to it at this time. Why? Because that work by your hands for yourself has a particular power. I feel this way specifically and especially when it comes to cleaning one's space in the house. Yeah, I can come over and clean your house spiritually because you got some funkiness going on, but you know whose house that is or who's occupying that space energetically? You. So you know who should have hands in that cleaning and who's going to put their energetic stank, so to speak, out over everything? You. So I try to give people tools in space. Hey, it's going to be a trial by error sometimes. Try this thing. This is what worked for me. See? I don't want nobody dependent on me. I don't want people coming back to me in that particular essence, because as a spiritual worker, even if I sell my wares, even if I make some money on the side doing whatever it is that I do, at the end of the day, I'd rather not. I'd rather know you're winning and you're doing it on your own. I'd rather know that you know how to prepare your own candle, that you know how to make your own bath. Yeah, come to me when things get a little rough, maybe, and you can't find the clarity, because sometimes we need a second opinion. Sometimes we have a message, we're not sure about it, and we need someone else to kind of help corroborate that or confirm that. Sometimes we look for a validation in spirit from somebody that divines for us, whatever the case may be. But that's the purpose of it. When somebody divines for you, hopefully your intuition has been developed enough that what they say resonates with you in such a way that you know it's truth. You feel it. Not just because they told you it. Not just because they told you to do something. You out here just doing it. Yo, you can go on YouTube right now and see 150 videos on how to do work with Oshun or Yam, how to do whatever, from people reading out of books written by uninitiated people, and the people getting paid to read someone else's book to inform other people on the work they should do who don't even have initiation either. But they know all about Orisha from a book, from an uninitiated ass person. So their uninitiated ass is doing work for somebody else while reading a book of another uninitiated ass person. That's what you. Now, would you go to a doctor who never got a doctorate, who trained with another doctor who never got a doctorate? No. So why you're so easy? They have a Google system right now for doctors. You can actually go on Google and sit there and look up a doctor and see where they went to school at. You can see how long their residency was and where it's at. You can see other people's opinions of them as based on the visits that they had and the care that they provided. There's a system all set up for it right now for transparency's sake. How many of these spiritual workers are transparent to you? How well do you know them, but you ready to buy oils, baths, and all sorts of shit from them? That's why I don't trust everybody. Y'all want folks? You got Miss Ambrosine Lagar. I don't know if it's Lagar or Lagari Darley, but you know, it's Ambrosine Lagar. You got Elizabeth Ruth. You got Ocanto Mi, TD, Spiritual Baths. She's on Instagram as well. All these folks I named are either on Instagram or on Facebook. You got, I mean, there's so many people. I feel like I'm going to forget people and people are going to start getting annoyed with me. Like, oh, he didn't mention me. All I'm saying, you got Perpetual Healing by Nagara Akil, who's also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. There's so many people out there who actually know what they're doing and who can tell you where they got initiated, who initiated them, who they trained with, how long. But y'all want the trap witch and the hoodoo, whoever the fuck. She's so damn hoodoo, but her ass is from the Dominican Republic. They don't practice hoodoo in the Dominican Republic. Just gonna put that out there. So that's the folks y'all going to. Credentials, y'all. Start asking questions because thank you, Scotty. Little by little. I know I got a collarbone now. I don't know what that bitch was hiding. I don't know. I still got that though, so it is what it is. I'm working on it though. But y'all, look, I say this to thank you, Adekoide. I'm trying to catch up to you. You know how you serve all the time. So, but yeah, I mean, just stop. I'm blushing and shit. Hide. But anyway, I mean this, folks. Please take care and don't be doing things that everybody tells you just cause. Don't, especially with your Fachina. That Fachina, the coochie. I need y'all to put red stop signs. I need y'all to have an internal stop sign for that. When somebody tells you have to insert something in there spiritually, I've never come across anything traditional that tells another person to have to do that or have to put that. You taking out something or you using your own something. Okay, we maybe have a conversation about that. But douching and or inserting something to take back out and to do some, every time my red flags will go off, and I hope the common sense red flags out there will go off for some of y'all. I know, I just think it's funny that y'all don't never hear nobody have to do none of this shit to their dick. How many stories you hear that folks got to put this oil up on their dick, or they got to put this special wash up on their dick? It's always around the coochie. That should put up a warning for you, because if you believe in the balance of things, we know, like I said, genitalia, secretions, and things of that nature, they all have power. Men have a lot of power in their penis. Men have a lot of power in their semen and ejaculate. Women have a lot of power in their ejaculate, in their menses, in their just natural fluids as is. But when you see everything geared towards, again, women having to do this thing, having to perform this thing, some red flags should go off. And they prey on weakness. Oh, you can't have a baby? I'll put this medicine up on this thing and put it up inside you. That ain't nothing but the spiritual equivalent to, can I just put the head in? Come on, let me put the head in. Just the head. We all know about the head. It's never just the head. Come on. Like, Oh man, exactly, Leah. Like we lifetime students, but we can still walk into a situation with some knowledge and common sense, y'all. Common sense. Come on, come on. Anyway, I rambled enough. I really want to get that out there because the more I'm seeing it, the more annoyed I'm getting. Oloshas have very particular ways of speaking to Orisha. We do not throw pennies over our shoulders into a chart somewhere. We do not just set up altars all over the place. There's ways to access, and there's a reason for priesthoods. There's a reason for initiation. There's a reason for apprenticeship. And I don't want folks feeling so marginalized and disempowered that they feel that they want to shy away from that and re-empower themselves by skipping over that. You cannot respect any African traditional religion and bypass the actual priesthoods that are existent still to this day, because that is a spit in the face of the ancestors. So it was good enough to preserve enough for me to learn about it and to practice at my own free will, but not at all to go to the feet of and actually learn and actually get advice from people that the ancestors helped pass that along to. Come on, which is it? You either pro ancestor or you're not. Which is it? So that's where I just need folks to just like get it together and really start. Hey Dana, how you doing, mama? Yeah, I just need to take a quick moment because I keep seeing it and it's really bothering me, and I'm afraid that folks out there losing their money and losing their mind and they're gonna eventually start losing their health. And that's the real shit. Like, I don't want to have to fix no shit. I don't want to have to go in front of a tune and find out what you need to do to get your life together because you done put a spiritual douche on yourself and attracted some fucking succubus or incubus that's psychically snacking on your coochie at night. Y'all ever seen the movie Entity? You ever watch the 80s movie The Entity? If you ain't watched that shit, those spirits came and raped this heifer and in front of her kids. And they ran a train on her. The spirits ran a train on her ass in the goddamn bathroom. Y'all, but that movie fucked me up. That and Candyman. If you better get spiritual, learn how to keep some shit away. Okay, you better learn. Get your house together. Get your body together. Don't be just taking people's products and doing shit with it. At least if you're going to invest in somebody you know has the training, has the knowledge that you can go to afterwards and say, hey, this and this and this, or whatever the case may be, and have an actual dialogue about their product and where they came from and what it is. You just buying willy-nilly shit from people and putting it on your body or in your body? Child, bye. Y'all doing the extra most for no damn reason. I can't. But anyway, I love y'all. This really is a PSA. Like, I really want y'all to do better, and I really want y'all to go to the folks that know. Go to the folks that know. You know, if somebody's proclaiming to be something and can't nobody confirm that they know that person got initiated, or they know where that person exactly got initiated and who initiated them, that should be a red flag for you. And if you ask that person and their initial reaction is secretive and they can't tell you, red flag. And if they name somebody and nobody else in that same goddamn community of practitioners, because there's always a community, don't know who that person is, where they came from, that should be a red flag. Just putting that out there, y'all. Like, that's real. That's real. There's a reason for apprenticeship and initiation. There's a reason for learning from an elder. You are tested, and then you are tested amongst your community. And then other people be like, okay, you know, this person's good at this, and they know what they're doing. And the community vouches for you, not just clientele, community. Because I want to know what African tradition you know doesn't have a community base. I'll wait. I mean, yes, there's individual and solitary practice. You know, we have our own things we do with our own, you know, deities and things of that nature, how we connect and converse, but we have a community. These are communal traditions. So if this person's not known in their community and they appear out of nowhere with, oh, I'm a this, this, that, this, and I got this, this, that, and this in this place. Oh, did you? But nobody knows where you got that. Nobody witnessed it. Nobody knew who the hell did it to you. Guess what I'm not doing? I'm buying any of your shit. How about that? Anyway, I'm leaving that alone so that y'all can just sit back on this and just hopefully, you know, share this, please, y'all. Like, share it for folks who need to know it. Save it for a rainy day if you have to. I don't care about the hits and the likes, and I don't give a fuck. I'm hoping people see this and listen. Please listen. Don't put your body through things and don't put your spiritual self through things. Like, your physical and your spiritual, they're aligned. When you ain't spiritually right, you have physical symptoms. When you ain't physically right, you have spiritual symptoms. So don't go just doing shit. Please and thank you. Okay? All right. I'm signing out, y'all, because I'll be here for another hour talking some shit. See, and damn near all the folks I named that are like legit ass practitioners, they in this thread. I know them. They can be vouched for. See what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say, y'all. Somebody knows them. Somebody can corroborate. Oh yeah, I know that person. That person does this, and that person does that. And that person, they trained with this one, and they got initiated with this one. Just putting it out there. Proof is in the pudding, y'all. Proof is in the pudding. But anyway, I'm out. Love y'all. Peace.